Hey, welcome everyone to tonight's stream. Here with me on his very first commentator duty is Red Apple, who has been playing in the league. He's been getting in some judging. Give a nice warm welcome. uh, period. Names. It's something book bites cover. Whatever. Welcome. How are you feeling, Red Apple?
I'm doing great. Yeah. Excited to see some games and make my debut on stream.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So this week, yesterday, we had Lord of the Boards video, and we saw basically most of the Horned King's kit. He is our last of our three villains for this new Despicable Plot set. What are your thoughts?
Personally, I've been trying to avoid spoilers. I know a bit of Gaston, but for the most part, I wanted to just open up the box and dive in myself and experiment with what they have. I am a lot excited about Lady Tremaine, but Horn King is close second, definitely.
Yeah, Horned King is the one that I have been wanting ever since the game first came out. So I am super excited. From what I've seen, I think I am going to enjoy playing Horn King the most out of the three of them. So that is especially nice for me, getting that. Take a peek in. Still waiting for our players to join. So tonight we're going to have Peter Palmer, who's been in Let's Get Wicked for a while, and a newcomer, John TTH8998, who is, yeah, don't know too much about them. What are your thoughts on this match, Red Apple?
Um, Well, Peter was one of the first people I ever played when I got to the server, so I'm pretty familiar with what he plays. We should see some Maleficent or Radigan. I know those two have been very good to him. Um, Not sure about John. Haven't faced off against him many times. Maybe Queen of Hearts, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe a rat. That's all.
Okay. We have chat chiming in here. What are the munchies and crunchies for this evening? It is, in fact, my OG snack of peanut butter cookies. They're just from the mix. They're like, I think it's like Betty Crocker or something, but they are very tasty. I'm going to be enjoying these on stream. Do you have any snacks to get through the evening, Red
Um,
Apple?
just some water, just classic water.
Hey, water is pretty classic. And I'm realizing I left my water bottle somewhere else. I'm going to need to grab that once we hop over onto TTS. Um, because, of course, I am just way behind on everything. And I would lose my head if it weren't attached. Um, Looks like John is having a little bit of trouble logging into Steam. So we're going to give him a little bit more time. Um, my dance. I don't know why you've been bringing up Algerian clowns. I'm not sure if this is a reference to something that I'm not aware of. If it's a WandaVision thing, then shame on you. I have not been watching it at all, and spoilers are
I've
bad.
I've been obsessed with that show. My
Yeah, I
friends know
mean,
it's like it's addiction for me.
I mean, I'm definitely more of a Star Wars fan than an MCU fan, so I was like, I would watch The Mandalorian as soon as it dropped. Had to keep
Yeah,
up with it, but I have not watched any WandaVision.
she's like she's my second favorite in the MCU after Doctor Strange. But yeah, I kind of feel like after an episode ends, I just crawl back into a cave until the next Friday. That's me.
It can be like that sometimes. Um, yeah, it's definitely not a reference, and I don't know why you're talking about Algerian clowns. Then I am just fully confused. Will Henson is crying death to Gurgi. Um, well, it does seem like Gurgi himself, as a card, is not going to be the worst thing. Um, it's more other stuff in his deck, in his fate deck, that will be a problem. Um, it's like, See, the problem is I can't check Discord on my computer, or it's gonna change the overlay because hooray for OPS. John was saying he was having a little bit of trouble logging in. Let's check in with him. Steam being a bitch to log into. Wonderful. Cool.
I did just bring up John's player data because I wasn't familiar with his picks.
Okay.
He seems to be playing a lot of Jafar and Prince John. Nice to see Prince John getting more representation. Um, a lot of people know my relationship with Jafar, but he's always fun to watch, for sure.
Oh yeah,
So,
I have been on the brunt of Not My Dances Jafar way too many times. And speaking of Prince John, Zach Pinsence utterly walloped my Pete with Prince John yesterday. It was very humbling.
yeah.
But it was almost funny because our first game, he picked Cruella and then I randomed into Evil Queen. And just the luck of my draw was utterly perfect. So I just kind of ran away with it. So for the next one, I went with Pete, and he went with Prince John, and trounced me. Um,
Cat versus cat.
I've been trying to get Pete and Hades some wins because they're doing absolutely terribly this season, but I am not doing them any favors. I have only lost to them so far this season. Um, so if you do well with Hades or Pete out there, please give them some love. It means you get up their win rates.
I love Hades as a character, but I can't. Something just doesn't click with me with his play style. It's probably the Fate deck, but yeah.
I mean, like there are different levels of click, I suppose. Like Hades does click for me, but he is kind of fragile. Um, and I don't even know where I'm going with this. We are currently just waiting for John to get through on TTS. Yes, we have a face reveal for Red Apple. Tave, you are here for this. While we're
I'm
waiting,
sorry, I didn't do my hair, but what are you gonna do?
mine is still wet from a shower, so it's just pulled back in a ponytail right now. Oh, what I can show off is the other day, no, it was Friday, I was invited to join someone else's Twitch stream, completely unrelated to Villainous, to play Clue. And I was going to be playing Miss Scarlet. So I did my nails. My webcam makes them look more orange than they are, but they're basically the same shade as Cruella's card back. Um, it's
I
definitely
feel like I
more
always,
red.
yeah, those are nice. I feel like I always play Scarlet as well. I don't lose Clue. Let's get that straight.
I
Never
did
lost
win
Clue.
both games through deduction, but the second game, I was sure I knew where the location was, and then I got past the card for that location. I was like, Miss Scarlet is very confused. Don't know what's going on.
Hmm.
No, if these were Evil Queen nails, they would be purple. And I do have purple, but I think it's probably more of like an Ursula purple than an Evil Queen purple.
Speaking of Cruella with the red, how hyped are you for the new movie? Personally, I'm addicted to everything but yeah, I'm really excited.
So I am kind of done with Disney doing remakes. I think they need to stop doing them. At least with
Hmm.
Cruella, it looks like they're more in the vein of Maleficent, where they're like, oh, she's got backstory. And it's like we're telling a different story as opposed to just retreading 101 Dalmatians, which is like, I don't want to sit through that. I didn't want to sit through the Lion King retread. I didn't want to sit through Mulan retread. Because it's going to be the same movie but longer and worse, like Beauty and the Beast was, and I just no. Like
Sorry if you
the
heard
old
that.
movie still exists, and I like the old movie.
Yeah, I'm just hoping for like I want Disney to go like 18 plus. You know what I mean? Just
Well, that's what
rip the band
Touchstone
off.
used to be for, and Miramax, but they've kind of subsumed them into Disney proper.
Hmm.
Looks like John has finally managed to get in. We are going to go ahead and take ourselves off camera and go on over to Tabletop Simulator.
I forgot to run it, so oh, there it is.
Okay, and now I need to adjust things. I can turn off my video camera. Get out of the way, and it is not Purple Potato. This is Peter Palmer. And no. I'm just gonna John TTH. Oh god, John. We'll go with John. That is massive. Oh, we have a Pete play, speaking of. Pete, and oh, I don't even need to change. John is playing John. Just need to change Dark Cilia here. Speaking of, what avatar would you like as a commentator?
We get an avatar.
You do.
Oh,
Which one are you
right.
willing to be?
Oh, we can go for an Ursula.
Ooh.
I know I've been playing a lot of Captain Hook this season, but Ursula's always my main. Not allowed to say that word on stream.
Ursula's pretty fun. I can zoom in here so we have everything around. I will get rid of that toolbar. Okay. I'm very quickly going to go grab my water bottle. Feel free to chat about what you're seeing while I go.
For sure. So how's everyone doing this fine evening? Looks like we're seeing Pete and John. Two out of three cats. Excluding Scar. Oh well.
It still boggles my
Looks
mind
like
that Pete is a cat. Like, for the longest time, I could. Maybe it's because the way he's portrayed now, he looks a lot more like a dog, like a bulldog.
Yeah. Or some sort of like. I don't know, he just looks like a thing to me.
But OG Pete,
Um,
the way he is in the board, definitely looks more cat-like.
we'll see John go first. Peter did mulligan, I think, 3 cards. So.
They may have set this up, and I approve. It's delightful.
Going over to the jail, we'll get 3 power, spend 1 for a.
Warrant?
See it. Oh, a war. Oh, I can't see the card.
That is not a good thing. You may want to back out of TTS and come back in.
Yes.
We have a warrant at Sherwood Forest, and it looks like we're discarding Nutsy, kind of floating off to the side there. Up. Looks like multiple people. TTS, why you gotta do this? Oh, fuck. Ah, shit. I turned off unused hands.
Yeah.
And that dropped his hand. Okay. I turned off unused hands and it dropped Peter Palmer's hand. I do apologize for that.
So we will be seeing a warrant at Sherwood Forest, discarding a warrant and a archers.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Prince John has pre-set aside some power to mark for Steal from the Rich.
Yep.
Pete, as Pete, is going to Podunk Landing, rechecking his goals. Gets to gain 3 power and play 2 cards. one of which is the jalopy. Nice item.
Yes, letting him play an extra card when he's at that location.
Mm-hmm.
Probably is going for,
Discarding
if I
a
can
bandit.
recall, Strike a Rich. I think that's what it's called with the 3 items.
Mm-hmm.
Spending 2 for Nutsy.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm guessing that Pete doesn't have power play right now, because otherwise you might want to save those bandits. Oh, but Clarabelle might. We are wondering if the deck was shuffled. It looks like. And they are. It looks like they're having a discussion on whether or not the deck was shuffled. I can. Boy. All right, I am going to very quickly block that out so I can become the game master for a quick second. Check this. It was not shuffled. Crap. All right.
Ooh. Mickey Mouse with a tired.
God, I hate when. See, that was like both of the games I played against Zach. Mickey Mouse came out on the first or second fate. It was just like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't need this in my life.
Mm-hmm. He has a strength of 5, so very difficult to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you have the airstrike, which lets you instantly vanquish a hero.
Airstrike or 2 bandits.
Right. It's like we're fading Prince John now.
There's Robin Hood.
God, I love to see it. First turn.
Or
second.
Swat right on Nottingham.
Yeah. Blocking that top fade action and reducing all power income by 1, which is devastating this early in this stage.
And we're playing a game. There's a bandit. Okay. Oof. So win big can't happen because of Mickey, but could have gotten some power. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen.
What are your thoughts on playing Pete? Do you usually go for the risky, or do you set it up to get that done later?
I set up play a game if I can, but I'm usually pretty fine just playing it blind.
Yeah.
Because early on, especially, you're more likely to hit bandits and items.
Mm-hmm. So I believe 7 bandits in Pete's deck.
There are. That is the most copies of any card in any villain's deck.
Yeah. How much percent?
I think we're going to see an airstrike. No, we're seeing stolen cargo. Interesting. It's like we are prepping for Strike It Rich.
Yes. Sir Hiss. Now
means that Prince John cannot be fate locked.
Right. He can do one action that is covered by a hero at Sir Hiss's location. Mini. Allowing Pete, or allowing Prince John to get rid of one of Pete's items.
That really hurts. That hurts.
gaining 2 because of the stolen cargo. Moving it over.
Mm-hmm. You can play.
Now the airport is a really strong location. I find everyone's
It
top
is.
fate spot pretty strong. Gets to move his items or allies, which is very important for his goals, and lets him be offensive.
I do
Looks like
like Alan of Dale here. Yes. I think that's
yes,
the right play.
making Robin Hood a 6. Or we can make him spend 2, knowing that
Okay.
he is not getting a lot of power in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks like
No,
we're
and then we do
striking
see
Mickey.
Mickey's going away. Mickey will not be coming back for a while.
That is right.
There's the one good thing about him showing up early.
Looks like we see the sheriff. Now, at
Mm-hmm.
the start of Prince John's turn, he gets to move the sheriff, and if he moves to a hero's location, he gets to gain a power. Right now, he won't be able to do that because of Robin Hood, but
That's right.
definitely helpful in the future. It's like discarding Mischief. Prince John's not gaining 3 power anytime soon.
Checking goals again.
I like to stay. I personally, 4 goals for me causes anxiety. So Pete's not one of my main characters, but he's fun on occasion.
He is.
Definitely in the right hands. Very scary.
Yeah, once you get out all those bandits and stuff, it's like, I do not care what you do to me.
Yeah. Ooh, golden arrow for free, allowing anytime the sheriff kills a hero, vanquishes a hero, he gets two power for that.
Looks like we're choosing Outlaw, so we can see one of Pete's goals. He also loses
Interesting.
2 power. Oh, that hurts. Win big at Minnie's location. You're either going to need to kill Minnie, or you're going to need to get back the Jalopy with a parrot.
Right. Prince John still at 0 power. Pete, 4 goals, still ready to be done.
Mm-hmm. I think this might be a long one.
Possibly.
I think it's likely that Strike It Rich is at the service station, which isn't the worst. Toby or Steal and Rich. I guess we just throw out Toby. There's nothing to steal. Those are really good cookies.
Peanut butter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I add an extra peanut butter.
Not a fan of peanut butter, but whatever works.
One downside of Robin Hood being around is Prince John can't trigger mischief,
Yeah.
which is entertaining.
Interesting putting the. Well, actually, I don't see a lot of Prince John play, but putting the warrant at the Sherwood Forest, because that top discard action is a lot more useful to Prince John than most people would think.
Mm-hmm.
Usually they would think usually the 2 power gain is really good, but
No, we're seeing a parrot. I think so. If my lack of power play guess is correct, that means that we need Ruled Realm. Picking up a bandit rather than the Jalopy, which is interesting. Could there be some clever ruses going on? Discard and
Perhaps,
play a game. Interesting. Is that giving it...
perhaps we.
Or no,
Yes,
playing it. Playing it? Nope, just discarding it.
perhaps there isn't a striker rich, and he's using the items just to have more options.
That's a possibility.
Seeing a bow and arrow on Sheriff, which is really good considering he has the golden arrow, he'll be able to vanquish Robin
I think
Hood.
you do Clarabelle here because you don't really know what those other three goals are, and you want win big to stay where it is.
Right. Mini's blocking that play action.
Which goal do we see?
Drum roll, please. There it is.
It is Strike It Rich. Okay.
So we will need 3 items at that location eventually.
Ooh. Do we see 3 bandits? I think we see 3 bandits. We are seeing 3 bandits. That is power play.
Playing a cowardice, so Prince John gets a free ally.
That is interesting. We didn't get agreed for that split instant where there was 6 power. Okay, so the uncovered goal is very likely Rule the Realm.
Correct.
Or maybe not? Why would you move the parrot out of the way?
Not sure. He can't finish Rule the Realm this round because
oh, right,
he does
Clarabelle.
need an extra.
It's either Rule the Realm or it's Roundup. We're getting Maid Marian. I would honestly put Maid Marian at Nottingham. Because Robin Hood is dying this turn.
Oh, not quite. If he did have a,
he could have just moved over the sheriff though.
He needed to pay for the clever disguise. He only had 1.
Ah, that is correct. You are very correct.
If he did have taxes, he could have. So he probably doesn't have that card.
You're choosing to go over here, gain 3. Getting 1 on a cricket. So we are getting Rule the Realm.
Cricket is great for Rule the Realm because he follows an ally, so
it looks like only Horus Horsecollar would disrupt Rule the Realm here.
Right.
I think you pick back up the Jalopy. You need the Jalopy.
Yeah, definitely for the striker rich.
No, we're getting ready to play a game. But
I'm guessing
you do still have one big.
Yeah, we're gonna vanquish Mini probably next round to unlock that.
So if Rule the Realm goes off, you can go kill Mini and then do play a game. This does mean you move over Sheriff, you kill Robin Hood, and you lob a Fate.
Yes, finally Robin Hood is.
Oh, I think we might see Yes, Intimidation because King Richard's Crown. So that's going to get back 2 +1 from the location. Intimidation's a powerful effect. Just not interested in those Rhino Guards or in prison. Ooh, hide hurts.
Indeed it does. So Rule the Realm will... Oh! Actually,
Rule the Realm will not go off because of Clarabelle. So I think Pete needs to go back to the airport.
It's like we're contemplating.
Okay, we are spending 2 on a bandit. Okay. We are back at Rule the Realm. Again, Horus Horse Collar would ruin things. Skippy's not the worst.
If you put him at the Sherwood Forest, he does gain 2 power, but Prince John does have Sirius there, so Skippy only blocks 1 action, essentially.
Sir his doesn't move, Sheriff does. Wait, there are so many things that would hurt Pete. But choosing not to fade instead, ooh, beautiful, lovely taxes. Just, you know what? I don't even need to bother. I'm just gonna get to 10 to 20 power. But Pete could conceivably get 2 goals this turn. Because he's gonna
Correct.
get Rule of the Realm. Prince John is allowing that to happen.
Oh, can I get a cowardice off? Playing Trigger. So all allies at Trigger's location do get -1, but he is a 4, so he's pretty beefy himself.
Yep. Then you go kill Minnie, and you win big.
2 goals out of...
Ooh, moving over the parrot so that 1 bandit stays. Smart, very smart. And then you gotta go for it. You gotta, while you've got that spot there.
Are we playing some games, perhaps?
And we're playing a game. What do we got? Oh no. That
close
hurts.
one.
That hurts a lot. Sneaky Pete. And winning big is just going to get harder and harder to accomplish.
Yes, and Prince John showing Pete that if he gets left alone for just even a bit, he gets a crazy amount of power. Putting a bow on the archers.
A bow and arrow. They can take out quite a lot.
Ooh.
Oh, Oswald.
Both are really good at disrupting play game. Seeing that we do have a lot of allies on the board, though, Oswald shouldn't be too much of an issue, especially with cricket.
Nope. Yeah, I think Oswald at the airport puts you back the most.
Yeah.
The play here is just go to service station and fate.
Yes, Prince John's saying if you want to fate me, you're going to have to not do anything else, essentially.
Basically. Playing Sneaky Pete. All right, trying to set up win big.
Yes.
We've seen 1 knocked silly go by. There's something back on top.
It's like we are going to proc greed. The infamous greed.
It's not looking good for Pete. Do you play anything?
There is 27 seconds left. And
No,
choosing not to play. Moving Sheriff over, gaining that 1. Going to just go into the jail, trying to get that win condition going.
Yeah, that's... Oof.
That is a tough one. So only a steal from the rich or Little John will save Pete in this situation.
But it doesn't even matter because Prince John can just get all that power back anyway. This is
The
why
next,
you, like, honestly, forget 20 power. You can't let Prince John get to 15.
right. I usually feel like the second he gets to 10, I'm just like, I start hustling to fate him down. We do see Little John bringing that to 18, although not going to last long. Probably going to vanquish him next turn.
Yep, and then you get it right back.
Plus the 2, considering the sheriff is at his location.
Peter Palmer adding power tokens to his hand there for a moment. Yeah, I think gaining that 3 was very much a mistake.
Yes. However, we could possibly see. Oh, sorry. He
You
only has
just
one
need to
item.
be at 20. Can't fate.
Yep.
Outrage would have helped, but
Mhm.
we saw both outrages go by. Yeah, this is a win for Prince John.
Up to 24 now. Percent.
Yeah, Zach, both outrages went by. Yeah. All right. Well, that is.
That is game 1.
Yeah, that is game 1.
I think the power of that greed really pushed it over the edge. Although Robin Hood was out for quite some time, which did delay Prince John a lot.
Like, that doesn't mean because you can't complete Strike It Rich. You didn't even complete Win Big because of Oswald.
Yes.
Boy. All right. Well, we set up for the next game. Ha 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 ha.
I guess we know which cat is the toughest in town. Although Scar doesn't have a say in this yet.
Ah, I need to promote. Okay, we move into our second game. John will be choosing first. Playing John again.
Yep. Will we see a counter pick or will we see another Pete?
Ratigan.
Now it's cat versus mouse. Well, close to mouse.
I think this matchup favors Ratigan.
Right. Being able to proc extravagant a lot against Prince John might help him be more lenient with his discarding, for sure. Looks like Radigan will be going first.
Mm-hmm.
Heading over to the toy shop, which is very common.
I like going to Buckingham Palace first, usually. Just to be a
Right.
dick. Dropping both extravagance. Aren't doing much for you right now. Ooh, are we gonna see a fidget capture? I really want to see a fidget capture. No, not a capture. Ooh, a tools.
Tools are always good to get early, making that econ really good, reducing all items cost by 1.
Prince John doing a similar open. And
Oh, the
dropping
crown.
the crown at the jail. Discarding a beautiful lovely taxes.
Going over to the
years.
palace. Now the palace has 5
Discarding
actions.
Bartholomew. Interesting. Bartholomew is a free card to play. Alright, I guess we play Meg Marion.
Making sure if he does vanquish.
Meg Marion there, you're encouraging Prince John to fate you.
True. It's like we will see a fate and a devious.
Mm-hmm. So we just get one. It's Basil anyway. You hate to see it. Yeah, devious really is the weakest of the when you are fated conditions.
Mm-hmm.
He's dropping another gears. Spreading them out a little bit.
Probably baiting the. If Basil has to move, then he could possibly get a vanquish off with fidget.
Or also wanted to get Basil stuck at Buckingham and not able to get rid of the robot queen.
Right.
We're skipping along Nottingham.
Prince John's going for that power gain. We're at 7. Spinning 1 for trigger. The Sherwood Force really trying to keep that spot open. It's a really good spot for Prince John, even though you only get 1 power. Just utility is great for him.
Yeah, we are getting a capture. Flaversham is captured. So we
Which
currently
drops.
have 9 power towards the robot queen.
Right.
Are we reconsidering this? We are reconsidering this.
Trying to be a bit more aggressive with the fates.
Wait, I'm reasonably certain he was at Buckingham Palace the previous turn anyway.
He was at the lair.
Okay. Ooh. Little John.
Being able to steal 4 power from him early on is really good.
We do have 9 power towards the robot queen. Ooh. The beautiful lovely tax is right back up to 6, discarding a cowardice. And fating. A sabotage and the mouse queen. You get out her majesty. Away from fidget.
Yes, while she is out, Radican cannot win with the robot queen, although he can win if he is the rat.
So Radigan can play Greatest Criminal Mind at the Secret Lair, but that's it. Because he has no power. So instead we are going to Flaversham's Toy Shop to game 3.
Playing Greatest Command to draw 2 cards.
So he's now at 5. Which I realize is currently hidden by the commentators thing, but it is 5. Ooh, giving an arrow to Nutsy there. Trigger, rather. Radigan heading back into the palace. Spending 2 on Ruffians to gain back 3.
Possibly trying to stay below that 6 power.
Very
to prevent
possibly.
having-
You get hit by greed once, you learn your lesson.
Yeah.
For a while, at least. But there is currently... Ooh, I like that. Moving Fidget, so then at Big Ben you could move Fidget over and just kill the Mouse Queen.
And possibly play...
King Richard. No, I like King Richard a lot better here. Just gonna dump him right in the jail? I don't know about that. I don't like that. I think King Richard anywhere but the jail. Alright, given a golden arrow to trigger there. Discarding a useless imprisoned, even more so now. And a warrant. Ooh. Neither of those will prevent Her Majesty from dying. So we get rid of a Gears. And Fidget is going to come escort Her Highness to the discard pile. And remember, you want to play something before you gain 2 power.
Indeed. We could have played the... If he did have the Robot Queen, I think we could have played it if he didn't get rid of the Gears. Looking for another Gears. Although if he does gain that 2 power, still at 6.
Choosing not to gain 2 power. Oof.
Playing around guards for 2 because of that crown. Already 55% of the way to our goal.
Discarding another useless effect. Or currently useless, at least.
Playing Greatest Criminal to draw 2. Probably still looking for that Robot Queen.
It's highly possible. I think you want, if you're doing Greatest Criminal 9 to draw, you want to discard so that you still draw afterwards, even.
Yes.
Discarding Ruffians.
Still the Rich is going to slow him down a bit.
Yeah, certainly will.
I think Maid Marian would love to take those coins.
Maid Marian. And that's where it goes. Okay, you want this power? You sure you want this power?
Getting rid of King Richard. Now we can play our effects. Possibly next turn we can gain 6 from taxes.
List. There's the bell. Not the worst.
I don't think we've seen Felicia yet, so...
You've not. Ooh,
Yeah.
more steel from the rich. You want to spread that out. So put it
Yes.
on whoever's under Little John. Skippy, yay. Prince John currently has a lot of pinatas.
Yes.
Nope, getting
Oh,
out. The sheriff of Nottingham.
probably trying to keep some of those heroes so we can get some value out
Mm-hmm.
of the sheriff.
Right, back to Buckingham Palace. Getting another gears out.
Trying not to get, try not to have to get too much power for the robot queen.
Exactly. So that's currently 12 towards the Robot Queen, so only need 3. Which he has. So now discard everything that is not the Robot Queen. Or I guess the airship. Alright, Friar Tuck is doing basically nothing, so Alan Dale sounds good. Yeah, Alan Dale at the jail. Waste either Rhino Guards or um, the sheriff. Oh, okay. Making 2 stacks of heroes. No Sir Hiss.
I mean, the sheriff to gain 1. I go over to the forest. Play
Ooh.
taxes for 4.
Yeesh. Okay,
And we're
devious. Does it do anything? It does something.
Radigan now can't be as aggressive as he wants, although considering he is at the bottom of his deck, he probably is just looking to get that queen to the palace.
Yeah, I think what you do now is you go to Big Ben, you plop down the queen, you start moving her, and then you go to the secret lair and airship.
Airship, yeah.
Because the robot queen ain't coming back. Still 8 cards to go through. No, Big Ben. Go to Big Ben. Go to Big Ben.
Maybe he's thinking if Sir Hiss isn't out, then he is safe if Sir Hiss can't.
Spend the money
Fate.
first. Ooh,
Oh,
okay. I guess we are still looking for the robot queen. There's only 6 cards left. There's Robin of the Hood.
Fire Tech not going to do much.
Now, fun fact, if Robin Hood has power on him when Maid Marian is defeated, that power just evaporates.
Yeah.
No, put Firetuck's Church. Put him in Firetuck's Church. He's just gonna die.
Oh,
Well,
activating the list for that queen. Although even though if the airship does get discarded, he has a pretty open board state, so moving her won't be an issue, especially with the ruffians.
All right, intimidating Robin Hood.
Saying no to that, not dealing with that.
Intimidate first, then. Oh, and there's the second greed. So stop worrying about greed. It is not a concern. It don't matter. Have as much power as your greedy little rat heart desires. You can have the little power as a treat.
go into the palace, probably playing her and moving her over.
I hope so.
Checking the gears. That is 12. Not a mathematician, but I'm
There
close.
she blows. Moving her one
And moving her over to the
spot
toy shop.
over. But here you don't have the power to airship her. Oh, but there's King Richard again.
Oh,
I like the clever disguise. But King Richard is just too good.
yes.
This is taunting. Just keep him right here. But if Prince John pops one of those pinatas. So I think Big Ben would have been the better option here because then you'd have enough power to go to the secret lair and do the airship.
Right. I think Radigan is just quite scared of Prince John. He is hovering above the 10 power mark, which is always
There's
scary.
12 power on the board just waiting to be taken.
Yes.
How do you want to move Basil?
Okay. Trying to block that move action.
Which is fully fair. Doing it with the balloon.
If I am correct, I believe there's another help and Toby. If I didn't miss anything. So there are 2 more chances to move in.
So now you gotta go to Flaversham's toy shop and get your power. And then the secret layer. Yeah, you gotta do it.
If he does have a ruffians, he could.
Oh, yeah,
Awesome.
Ruffians would do it. No. Yes, it would. Because you could play the airship, then play the Ruffians to activate.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's also no Sir Hiss. But Ruffian's there to move her. Okay.
And set up for a kill at the palace.
Not the worst. Discarding the airship, which at this point is kind of moot, so sure, why not?
If Sir Hiss wasn't there, it would have been a straight win with
So
the airship ruff.
Well, Sir Hiss is there. Completely missed Sir Hiss. There's 6 cards left in Radigan's Fate deck.
Getting rid of Felicia. I think we still have the bell. I think you discarded
No, he discarded the bell.
Okay.
I don't like getting rid of Felicia.
Especially when Basil's airship or ballooned.
But Prince John here recognizing that fading is not the best idea right now. Just going to gain 3 power and put out a Wolf Archers. Just needs to pop one of those pinatas.
Yep.
Discarding a warrant. All right, now Radigan, you just slide over the Robot Queen and hope. You used to hope. Oh, I never changed the portrait. Well, just in time.
Gaining 2 from Greatest Criminal Mind. Fading. So we do have the Queen at the Palace, so Prince John will need a fate. He does have 2 options.
Discarding tools. I don't need this stuff anymore. Yeah, you
Oh,
put a
clever
clever
disguise.
disguise on Lil John. I like that.
Oh, Skippy.
Because Skippy is easier to kill.
And Alan Dales is making Little John a 6, I believe.
Yes, Little John is a 6.
I'm a 10, but oh well. Looks like bow and arrows to get rid of King Richard. Possibly going for a beautiful taxes next turn if we can.
Oh, devious. Oh, if it's not Toby, and it's not. That is a win for Radigan. That is a Robot Queen win. Oh, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah.
That must be satisfying.
How often do you? I usually see a rat come out.
All right, we are going into overtime. We're going into the third match. Zach and Lark, I hope you're okay with this. You're going to be starting a little late.
We all love a good tiebreaker. Discarding Felicia because we had Marvelous Trap, and I'm pretty sure the sabotages were gone. Good call. Looks like Jerry is just too powerful for Tom.
Have you seen the commercials for the new movie they're doing?
No, I've seen like snippets, but not like the full commercial.
Yeah, I'll see like ads on like Facebook for it, and it doesn't look right.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Like another
they're
Space
doing
Jam.
CGI but trying to make it look like a 2D animated, and it just does not look right.
Right.
Well, Peter Palmer is picking first among his peck of pickled peppers.
Yzma.
Yzma.
Probably trying to discourage the Prince John pick.
A moment of triumph approaches. It's dinner time.
That's my favorite line from the movie. And just like the thunder after, I was like, that's yeah. Or all right, the poison for Cusco, the poison specially chosen to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Yes, that poison. Oh yeah, the most quotable Disney movie, for sure.
It's up there. Okay, and we're just sticking with what we know. We're doing Prince John.
That deck splitter though is some crazy technology, gotta say.
What is?
The deck splitter.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm really glad Lark found that. It makes things so much easier.
Mm-hmm. So we will be seeing Yzma go first. Just getting rid of everything.
And just
so
play Yzma the way Zachary plays Yzma, and just hop between Meat Hut and Pacha's house, and just constantly fate.
So what cards would you usually look for if you're playing Prince John? What cards would you like for early?
I mean, I'm seeing in the chatter a lot of dislike of warrants. I look for warrants. I look for Sheriff of Nottingham. I mean, like, yeah, you want the sheriff to be able to bop around, but I do like the warrants.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you can get all three of them out. Ooh, we're seeing it very early after them. Both peasants! Wow. Yo!
Probably smashing to get rid of those two. Now that we know what they are. I mean, Yzma is powerful, being able to completely open up her location.
Oh, discarding another after them. Okay. Yeah, the Aladdin and Hercules TV series did a crossover at least once.
Oh,
Ooh, and we're smashing with a hammer. You smash me, Tut. You smash me, Tut.
hmm.
Oof. Well, that hurts, but you get defeat. Sir Hiss is out early, doing his hissy best.
Let's see it. Clever Sky. Ooh, dead draw.
Oof. Oof. Oof.
Hate to see it left to be it.
Oof.
John loving the Sherwood Forest. I understand
Mm-hmm.
why.
Now we do see a warrant trying to keep Sherwood Forest open. Now I really want to see a Friar Tuck. Just dive bomb in there.
Ooh, someone's feeling super.
It's gonna be a waste.
Yeah.
So neither
Close
of those
cards
cards
stay
can
in
be
there.
played, which means you can't play either of them. Which is another unique thing to Yzma. Um, because normally if you can't play a card, you just discard.
Right. If no cards can be played, then it stays there. So perfect for superiority.
Mm-hmm.
Going
Okay.
to the jungle. Very good econ space that many people have. Discarding, finish the job, don't have any allies. Getting
Discarding
rid of a
another
superiority.
superiority. Interesting.
Could have used that to avoid another fate. I guess he's just saying, screw
I
it.
mean, you gotta find Kronk. So you
Yeah.
gotta get rid of something.
Mhm.
So I did see on the Discord that some people are playing Root right now. So I am glad that those of you in the chat are hanging out with me instead. Makes me feel loved. Though I've never played Root myself. Have you, Red Apple?
I have no idea what that is.
It's
But
apparently a game about brutal, bloody warfare between cute little animal critters.
fun. Crenshaw only being able to steal 2 power.
Oh, you do what you can.
Yeah. Life on a budget. Gaining 1 with Sheriff. Back to the forest.
Yeah, Virgin is very much on a budget right now.
Golden arrow, nice to see, especially comboed with a bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to gain power and keep gaining power, especially the sheriff can move for free
Yeah, the
every
best
turn.
feeling with Sheriff is, ooh, there's Chicha. Would be Nutsy and a bow and arrow. So he's like, haha, I got 5. I can kill anything
Mhm.
except Cluck. But Chicha hurts because it essentially makes Meat Hut pointless.
Yes.
Oh, we are going to the palace.
Unless we can see a Kronk this turn, clear up that spot.
I mean, the only other thing you could do is use those guards to kill a peasant. Um,
Yes.
if you have Kronk, this is when you play him. But instead, we are going to the jungle, playing fake funeral for nothing, I guess, or just discarding it. Spending 2 on
Another
guards.
guards.
And spending 1 on a dagger.
Oh,
Okay, that does get the dagger out of your hand, because you literally cannot discard the dagger. Um, and now you gain your 3. Very smart. Good. You are learning. Do not give Prince John money. Okay. Prince John is giving himself money, discarding and imprison.
Trigger. Personally, I love Trigger just because he's essentially a Rhino guard. It's just cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
So putting him with the bow and arrow and the golden arrow is essentially like a walking 5 strength
Yep.
ally that doesn't die. Getting rid of Chicha. Dagger did give enough strength. And finding Kronk.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that we have the dagger, all we need to do is find Cusco, which is in one of 4 piles.
We got our himbo buddy in hand, but Prince John is gonna fate. It's guaranteed. There is 0 reason to go to Friar Tuck's church.
I don't think we've seen him go to the church this stream, unless I've missed it.
So, okay. That's interesting. So Trigger does decrease the strength of Sheriff. So you'll need both of them. Ooh, there's Bucky. Not the worst having the jungle covered. Yzma doesn't usually terribly need to play more than 1 card per turn. And it does encourage going back to the meat hut, which may as well smash that last card. Just to be dead sure. I would smash meat hut. Just get rid of it. But we were being indecisive and we were doing the palace. Ooh,
a kid.
Nice draw. Goodbye, Tipo.
So yeah, now we only have 1 more kid, and kids are essentially Rafiki, not being able to vanquish anyone before you vanquish them.
Mm-hmm.
Really annoying. That's why I don't want children. Ooh, getting rid of that warrant, and that's a spot that he likes to go to, so
Tire Fruck.
moving the sheriff, yep.
Alright, to Tire Fruck. Gaining a power. You can just go right over to Nottingham and kill him, though you do risk ferocity.
True.
But you get 2 power because of that golden arrow. So yeah, this is nice. And you get your spot back. But no, we were just getting 3. Sheriff will sit pretty. So anyone, ooh, more arrows. Arrows for everybody. Arrows for everybody. You get arrows. You get arrows. Everyone gets arrows. Well, not everyone, because there's only 2. There's only 2 copies.
Now, if we do see Deal from the Rich, that basically means it's essentially a wasted fate. Seeing that both can be vanquished next turn.
Yeah, I think this is why we are not seeing get vanquished right now. Or I mean, there's no point in fainting right now anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Bucky can't be defeated by Kronk. So... Yeah, I think you come over here and you beat up Little John. Or maybe not. Okay, we were just... Oh, okay. Yeah, I have no idea what they have in their hands. What you have in your hand absolutely changes what you may or may not want to do. We are fading. I already
Seeing that we
know
still have,
there is a Beware the Groove and a Path of Righteousness in there, so we can sort back in Child.
yes, putting it above Kronk. Interesting that we still have 4 fate piles, so Cusco could be in any one of them except for the second one, although it is an extra spot. If he is in the first one, it's an extra spot that Kronk has to move.
Giving Kronk a dagger. And we know,
Fade.
okay, so the, ooh, there's Robin
Ooh,
Hood. I think you put him in the jail. Keep him far away from Trigger. So he is an easy mark for the sheriff right now.
yes.
He's must gotta find Cusco. All right, we're just gaining 2, not moving the sheriff. Discarding cowardice and an imprison.
How often do you use Imprison?
I don't. And like maybe if I were at the Crown's location and I had
Yeah.
like Maid Marian, and I'd just go over there.
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with you. I don't care.
Mhm. When I first started the game, I thought moving people to warrants got you money. So I was like, oh, perfect. Just put a warrant in the jail and move them. But
yeah, unfortunately not. Yeah, I think like Maid Marian and Friar Tuck, I would think about imprisoning.
mhm. But only at the Crown, just so you don't spend the whole 2.
We're getting in a beauty sleep. We're getting our beauty sleep.
Underrated card that I love to use. Being able to move Bucky over to clear up that jungle.
Yeah, but Zach, you'd rather have Sir Hiss to get you out of the Fate Lock.
Yeah.
No, and there is a beautiful lovely taxes, gaining only 2 because Robin Hood cannot be taxed. We are fating.
Interesting. Well, clearly we can't see the cards in their hand, but it looks like Prince John's just like, all right, Robin Hood's out. That's fine. Still gaining a lot power. Especially that Cusco isn't seen yet. Although Prince John might know where he is.
Yeah, because Prince John has been looking around. I think Prince John knows that Cusco is in the jungle, and that's why he shuffled Tipo
Tipo.
in there.
Yeah. So that if Yzma wants to get Cusco out manually, she's gonna have to take an extra 2 turns.
This is also why Prince John has not been defeating anyone because of ferocity.
Yes. You learn to avoid ferocity just like greed eventually.
Oh, it makes it the worst when you're playing Mother Gothel versus Yzma. It's like at some point you have to defeat Rapunzel.
Or Ursula too. If Triton's still out, it's a pain.
Yeah, we're dropping a couple effects. Zoom out a little bit so we can see what's being discarded. There's Maid Marian and Lady Clock. Honestly, I would have liked Lady Cluck a little better, but Maid Marian's fine, I suppose.
She's usually a free stealer, essentially, because people are very discouraged in vanquishing her.
Gaining only 2.
Still getting to that goal pretty relatively quickly, even with
Oh,
Robin Hood out.
Jesus.
Gaining 3.
I don't
Yeah,
I don't like Yzma's situation right here. I really
I don't
don't.
think Prince John is too worried about Robin Hood. I mean, yeah.
He's like, I don't care.
He can get to WinCon next turn.
Absolutely. You do not gain 2. Absolutely do not gain 2.
I want to
You
check that
lose if
discard
you gain
pile.
2. Spending 2 on an eavesdrop. Yeah, you look at the jungle. Now you gain 2.
I would love to see him just go to like discard 2 greeds. Looks like we're getting rid of Robin. Both bows will need to be getting rid of. But
You
we
can
do get,
choose to overkill a hero. That is
yeah.
absolutely a thing you can do.
Although if we want to get to that win condition, we have to use Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but now we are at 20. And we get to Fate. I'm saying we as if I'm...
Does not look
Are we
good
gonna...
for Yzma.
I don't think Tipo's the play here. I think we want to wait till Yzma brings him out. If he is in the same pile. Oh, Pacha.
Ooh, Pacha is nice. You have to play Pacha. You revealed him.
Now, will he shuffle it?
There's
Knowing
a
that we
risk there because you might get them out of a pile from each other.
Yes. Oh, looks like we're doing it. What?
No, just 2. Just 2.
I wish.
Okay, you have to fate. You have to.
Oh, are we gonna... Okay. Spending 2 to eavesdrop.
Eavesdropping again. And then as long as you have the other what is it?
After them?
After them in hand, yeah. King Richard
So
won't do it, neither will Toby. That is...
Oh,
The match goes to John.
could we see what's in those? Because if Cusco is in the jungle with no kid and he did pull a...
Oh,
he
there
would
was
have...
no kid there. Yeah, and there's Tipo.
Mhm.
Yeah, this
Well, that
right
was really
here, he's under
close.
the banner, but this is Cusco. It's Cusco and
Yeah.
On the Run was at the jungle.
3 really close games.
Well played to John there.
Indeed. Voice crack of the century.
All right, we're gonna let them clean things up, and we're gonna come back to our lovely faces here. I'm gonna turn back on your webcam.
Right. That's what I'm calling it. Lovely. Oh, I was playing with my hair. Now it's like messed up.
Well, we are back on cameras. We have gone away from the what is it? TTS. What did you think of that match? Even though your personal cam is off.
Um, I think yeah, those were all three really close games. It's, interesting to see him stick with Prince John for all three games. I
Yeah.
really like that because we don't get to see much of Prince John, so always in for those underdog picks. Um, yeah.
It definitely seems like John has Prince John down solid.
Mhm.
And it's a force to be reckoned with the way Not My Dance is with Jafar or Brian Drums is with Captain Hook.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I have been playing Captain Hook recently, so I have looked at that deep dive. I have been trying to study Brian for a bit, but yeah,
Okay.
those are both top. They're both scary to verse, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, we are going to take a quick little about 5 minute break, and then we are going to bring in our second match, which is going to be Zach Pinsence versus Lark. And we are going to be having Not My Dance in to commentate. So look forward to that. Thank you very much, Red Apple, for joining me for this first match. It's been a lot
Of
of
course.
fun. I hope your first time commentating on stream was fun.
Yeah, I'll get better at it, but yeah, this was really fun.
Yeah. All right. See you all in about 5 minutes. Welcome back, everyone. I hope too many of you didn't walk away and not return, but we are back for our second match of the evening. With me now is the incomparable, not my dance, sporting a very fashionable blue beanie tonight. How are
Oh,
you doing
thank you.
tonight, not my dance?
I'm doing well. I've never been described as incomparable before, and it took me a second to remember what exactly that word means. But
I
I
like big
appreciate it
words.
now that I remember.
Big words are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, not today. Oh, Jesus. This week, we got the official reveal, the not leaked from early copies from Target reveal of Horned King's cards from the new set Despicable Plus. I asked Red Apple about this, and he was like, "I don't want any spoilers," so we didn't really talk much about it. Have you looked at the video and the cards and stuff?
Well, here's the thing. I don't care about spoilers because if they don't, they can watch the video or they can just choose not to watch. If you don't want to hear them, you can go away. But by the way, if you want to promote people in the chat in the room real quick, I will say I think it's going to be really fun as a Jafar player. He gives me a lot of certain vibes, really similar to Jafar, and I'm very excited to see what he will do. I mean, I'm gonna be playing it as soon as I receive the copy, which will hopefully be on the day, maybe earlier, maybe later, but hopefully as soon as possible. And I will be playing the hell out of all of these guys. Originally, I thought Lady Tremaine was gonna be my favorite, but with the way the relic works and just everything that he has, he looks a lot of fun.
Definitely, like out of the three of them, he has the best power gain. Lady Tremaine doesn't have any card power gain at all, which I think is, I mean, like haven't played her yet. I'm just theorizing from what we've seen. She has zero. The only power gain she has is on her board. Horn King he's got the Visions card that is essentially beautiful, lovely taxes. He's got Show Me the Cauldron, which can either claim the Cauldron or get him power. I really like all that. He's got a lot of allies. He can vanquish very easily. It seems a lot easier than Gaston. I think his Fate deck is the least offensive of the three of them. I definitely think he's going to be the strongest. I think Corn King may be a force to be reckoned with and competitive. And I'm very happy about that because, as most of you know, as you can tell from my background on Twitch right now, I really like the Black Cauldron. I really like the Horned King. I'm really excited to play him. Red Apple is smiling in the chat. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Yeah, so copies have already started shipping. I got an email from Target. Hey, here's your FedEx tracking number. And yeah, no, Ravensburger has not done a stream yet. I am not sure if they're going to do one. Oh, that kind of promotion. Oh God.
Yeah.
I thought you were like, who am I promoting in chat? Like, is there someone like, is there are should I
Nope,
be
I meant
promoting
in the
someone
room.
else's channel? Like, what do you mean? Like, no, you meant the TDS. That makes
No,
utter sense. Yes.
yeah.
I'm hoping they at least keep up the villain of the week shtick. Just because for my own horrible little wiki heart. I really like the images they've been making of the movers, and I would really like them to do that for all of them because I think that would be a better image to have on the wiki than the little crop of the here they are on a table. And it's like
Yeah.
with some of them you can like barely make out what these or they're supposed to look like. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping they continue doing that. I hope my screen capping did not scare them fully off of that. I hope they continue that.
They've definitely changed their tactics a little bit, but I'll say they didn't announce a stream yet. But I think, I mean, I hope they will because I would love to see him played. I want to actually see what is going to happen. I think they were just reloading the room. There were some stuff was changed, but I hope that they will show the new villains and everything like that, and exactly what. Exactly. Gosh, sorry. There's stuff happening in the TTS room. I hope that they will showcase the new villains. I'm just excited to see more and more of them because I'm just very stoked for this expansion in general. I think that as a whole, obviously this team it's not made by the actual Prospero Hall team. It's made by Ravensburger themselves. They didn't have a design battle for some of the things, which is obvious in the way that some of the realms work and some of the cards work. But at the same time, I think that that deferation from the norm is going to be something absolutely great. I think some people in chat were complaining about like some issues with wording and stuff like that, but that's going to be fixed. And in my opinion, the crazy stuff that we're seeing, in which Gaston doesn't have a 3-power spot and has two powers, Lady Tremaine has the one spot that has 2 play cards in the bottom, and just the way all of that works, it looks absolutely crazy, and I am absolutely stoked for it. Which, other than Horn King, what stands out to you about Lady Tremaine and Gaston?
So it sounds like our players are rebelling right now. They are trying to import a custom background, which Twitch is not going to be able to see anyway, but whatever, they're doing stuff. Yeah, as far as the other two, yeah, definitely Lady Tremaine is definitely in like the Ursula vein of working with heroes on your board. It looks like they saw how people were playing Ursula and Evil Queen and saying, hey, I'm not really defeating many heroes. And I was like, well, let's just make that her shtick, is she doesn't. She has 1 card that can do that. And that's it. And I think she's going to be interesting. I think out of the 3 of them, I have the least idea of what her tempo is going to be like until I actually play her.
I think, yeah, I've heard rumors that she potentially might be the quicker of the villains, which I can definitely see being unchecked. I can see her being someone you have to pressure early, and then if you can, she'll take a bit to catch back up. And I mean, it makes sense even with her crazy board, considering that half the time she is going to be completely blocked from most of her actions.
All right, well, it looks like our players are ready. I shouldn't keep them waiting for too much longer, and your camera has also died, so we're going to hop on onto TTS.
Screw the camera.
All right, we're going to go back over to the overlay. Ooh, we are getting Ursula from Zach and Radigan from Lark.
This is fun.
Lark, currently at 0, versus Zach Pinsence. Ooh, very fancy. Also at 0. I really like this fucking cursive font because the Yadigan font just stopped working for whatever reason.
That's weird.
So this is my replacement.
I was going to say, if you want to change my picture and name as well while you're in there.
I'm getting to it. I'm getting like.
That's totally fair. I mean, so obviously we have Lark playing Radigan and Zach playing Ursula. I know Zach does like Ursula, and he plays her very well. And both of these people, they did very well in your tournament. The 1 win per villain tournament is kind of going crazy for it. How do you think that they are going to just continue with these villains, or who do you think we will be seeing from them in the next couple rounds?
I mean, like both of these players can play any villain. And by the way, Not My Dance has paid real money to get the premium alternate character art, so. We're doing this.
You have to. You got to get the. Listen, it's all about quality. Okay?
He's filling my pockets, which I won't complain about.
I didn't know I was paying you money. This is transaction. I don't know. Should we talk about this off stream? You want to pause? No. All right, we got a dice roll going off, and it looks like it goes in Zach's favor. He will have the opportunity to go first, and the question is, will he choose that, or will he go second?
I think. Versus Radigan, you want to go first. As Ursula, you've got that discard that you can just hop right over to. Like most of her cards, she just wants to yeet them anyway. So the mulligan is not going to do too much for her.
Yeah.
So I do think this is a good choice by Zach going first. Getting out an early fate, cover up Buckingham Palace. I like that.
That's good. And just as you said, turn 1, going over to Eric's ship, doing the Zach Penance special, and when he plays Grow Giant in order to gain 3 power. Grow Giant allows you to play do an action at an adjacent location. costing only 1 power to do so. So it's a net gain of 2 that turn, getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and then allowing a nice little fate action onto Radigan.
Ooh, and we're going to be seeing Basil being pulled out. Grow Giant can, unlike other action replicating effects or other abilities, can replicate fate actions, and that's what a lot of people do. That's what I do. I like to do with Grow Giant is get in those extra fates. But Zach seems to like to get the extra power, which, you need the power too. But
I will
Radigan
say
here,
he did make a good choice with not playing Basil over to Buckingham Palace, because that could potentially mean that he could be stuck with him there in the future if he doesn't for some reason manage to
Ooh,
get
and that
enough fates
hurts.
off.
Sebastian is no longer a worry for Ursula. You can play the Trident, put a contract on Triton worry-free because Sebastian will not affect you.
Choosing to play Sebastian also over to the shore, Lark did. And I know for a fact, I think Zach actually prefers that, being able to play cards while he's over at the ship.
We have another Grow Giant being used
Or I
to
could be
move
wrong.
over Sebastian. That's 2 of the Grow Giants. Discarding more stuff. And just yeeting through the deck before Flounder pops out, which would be horrible. And just ending the turn. Collecting
Makes sense.
power. Ooh. Lark just also accumulating power. I think Lark may have the Robot Queen in hand.
Trying to get it out quickly.
Ursula yeeting some more cards and fading.
While she performs the action real quick.
Eel. I think current meta is you want to play the eels, because if you keep that activate action open, that's a lot cheaper than trying to spend a calling for help for the Queen's Guards. It is cheaper to use the eels than to use an effect on King Triton.
I will say Radigan's objective is to start his turn with the Robot Queen at Buckingham Palace. Basil can stop that if he moves and discards the Robot Queen, but we haven't seen that happen yet.
The bell has grabbed Felicia. We're not playing Grimsby, who would turn this into a super fate fest, but instead making Ursula lose power every time she visits Sebastian's location there with the Dingle Hopper. It's not a fork, it's a Dingle Hopper. You comb your hair with it.
Makes sense. I mean, that's what I do.
Okay.
Going over to the shore, possibly. Hasn't taken any actions yet. Nope, he will. Okay, gaining 3.
And there's the other eel.
Yeah.
Discarding Change Form and Opportunist and Cauldron, just yeet the deck. Yeet the deck. Just yeet it. Just yeet it. How many cards do we have left? There's only 10 cards left in Ursula's deck.
Wow. Speaking of which, Ursula does need to start her turn with the Triton and the Crown at Ursula's lair under her control, which does mean she's going to have to kill a couple heroes to do that.
Well, at least one.
Oh, that's true. But if the worst hero in the game, Ariel, comes out, then we could be talking about some more issues.
Well, it depends on when Ariel comes out.
That's actually that's a better argument. He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I think we do. Yeah, you lose a power, it's fine. Yeet more cards. Just yeet them.
He's only choosing to discard 2, which could mean that he has more. But Devious does come out.
Oh, and Sabotage is wasted.
Devious does allow you only to choose 1 fate card when or the person fating you, they can only draw 1 fate card, which is a benefit for Radigan, allowing for that dead fate right there, because Sabotage can't be played.
That is correct, because Sabotage discards an item from a hero's location. There are no items at hero's locations in Radigan's realm. Radigan's hoping over to the secret lair, playing the ruffians. And doing what with them? Something? Doing something. Just prepping those ruffians out for Felicia to eat Basil a little later on. And
he's using the player
ruffians to play Greatest Criminal Mind to gain 2 power. That gets Greatest Criminal Mind out of your hand, so that you effectively get a discard. Ooh. This is double Dingle Hopper on Sebastian. Just keep losing power. Go ahead.
You know that part of the
Mike.
movie where Sebastian wields 2 forks against Jetsam? Great part. Classic.
Yeah, this is all about we're reenacting the movie here. You're
Mm-hmm.
stepping into the villain's shoes. It's as if you're actually in the movie.
Oh,
Yo! I
that is something
really
you
hope
don't
there's an
typically see.
opportunist for that contract. We've already seen one opportunist discarded.
That is cool. That was a good play.
So that does mean that, and there's Felicia going to kill Basil.
Mhm.
That does mean that Sebastian can come back with return to form. However, that also means you're not leaking to power every time you go to Fate. And there is the opportunist getting back that ever so useful Ursula's Lair contract.
Which there are 3 return to forms inside of Ursula's Fate deck, and I believe 2 of them have already gone. So this isn't a bad time for that.
Mm-hmm. Just dumping more Whirlpools, Phaeton, no Devious. Just drop
Ooh.
Olivia. Just dump Olivia. You're going to be getting through that Fate deck. It's fine. All right, and back to the secret lair. The secret lair.
Spending 2 and gaining the ruffians, whenever they are played to a location other than Radigans, they can't perform 1 action at that location, choosing to use the play a card.
Eric is going to be an annoyance.
Good choice. Using Eric's ability to move himself, that's called efficiency right there.
It is purely for aesthetics, I suppose.
That's why Jafar players activate the Magic Hourglass whenever they can.
I suppose.
Just like watching the sand fall.
So you do have to be careful about that once Gaston rolls around.
Oh, that's true.
Because
oh gosh,
are going to get
I didn't
you
think
in
about
trouble.
that. No.
Like,
oh man, I just got
activate
afraid.
the giant hourglass. Well, beautiful as me. There goes an obstacle. You shit.
God damn. Oh no, I just thought of. Oh no, you're telling me about this now. I'm very afraid. Oh.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't
how
feel
much
so good,
Gaston
Mr. Stark.
Going to be doing. All right, we are going over there. Whirling pool of Eric yeeting. Ooh. And playing. Radigan can't Fate right now. I like this. It does mean you can go over to the lair, activate the crown, and possibly discard a Little Mermaid. Ooh, we are getting out so many ruffians and so many gears. That is so many gears.
I will say Lark does do something which a lot of people don't do, and he uses the ruffians for the play a card action more times than he does just for that free power, which is a different strategy, and I like it.
Yeah, you definitely want to activate the crown because you don't need Little Mermaid coming out.
If anything, a return to form at this location would be great. So if you can discard, but it's not her, so nothing to worry about. And I think that he still can play a card if he would like to. He has not done that yet. He could technically move Jetsam or the crown, but moving the crown would be fruitless.
You don't want to move either of those. I think you don't have enough money to play the Trident, so you just sit tight. We are growing giant and fading, and it's devious.
Okay. Devious is that. And that's smart because once he plays him to the Buckingham Palace, Dawson can immediately be killed by the ruffians, which is probably what we'll be seeing from Lark over here. I don't want to put words in his mouth or choices for him, but
that does encourage Lark to not go to the secret lair necessarily.
That's true.
It's like,
but
hey,
at the same time,
come
Lark
deal with this problem. You don't need to deal with me, little old me.
Lark might have to though, because of he knows that fate isn't Ariel, and he needs to get to her.
Oh, Flounder!
Choosing to leave Flounder on top might mean that that the Trident has already been found.
Ooh, that is certainly possible.
But using Max's ability, if Max is played to Ursula's location, you may move Ursula to any unlocked location.
And I think right here, Ursula, you just hop on over there. You Fate, you discard.
Yeah, only one card left. So if somehow that last card was the Trident, then there's no way to know.
Anyway, and there's the Mouse Queen.
He didn't activate the Bell Lester, did he?
I don't think so. I think Felicia's still down there.
The Mouse Queen, while she is out in the realm, Radigan cannot win with his first objective.
And there we go.
Ooh.
Moving over those ruffians so that the Mouse Queen can be dealt with.
Radigan is having a lot of issues with action economy right now, and Ursula is not, which is interesting to see this because Ursula has a lot of ways to move heroes about and manipulate the top of her board. Radigan only really has one card unless he plans on killing a bunch of stuff or sometimes capturing.
Okay. Discarding. You have the Trident. You have to have the Trident. You may as well play it. You might get a Snarfblat.
He hasn't activated, though, which does mean that potentially he could, we could see Ariel right here, and that could really mess with him.
Okay, we're
Uniform.
killing
Ooh.
The Mouse Queen.
Real quick, when the uniform is played, you attach to an ally. The ally gets +2 strength and immediately can perform a vanquish action. With enough strength, those two ruffians, along with that uniform, is 6 strength, which is just enough, a little bit over,
really
to kill the Mouse Queen.
Ariel to come out right now. There's the Little Mermaid. That hurts a lot.
All right. Ariel, when she is played, you can move any unattached item to her location. And until she is defeated, you can't move that item or any allies. So Ursula's got to figure out a plan B.
Yeah, I think you really should have plopped out the Trident while I had the chance.
Ooh. Moving everything over to that spot with Jetsum's ability along with Whirlpool, which we've seen Whirlpool moving a hero to any unlocked location. And the move item or ally action is completely useless at this point.
Indeed it is. Okay, are we seeing it? We got to see a Robot Queen here. No?
Doesn't? There's still one more call for help. Playing, so he has enough gears out to play the Mouse Queen for free.
Discarding the Marvelous Trap. Ooh, I don't really like this for Ursula.
So, if you're Ursula right now, what's going through your mind?
What's going through my mind is that I should have gone to the layer the turn before this one and activated the crown after moving Max to prevent Ariel from coming out.
He could have not had the right cards, possibly, but there's no way to say that for certain.
Toby isn't really doing much here.
This is... So, Toby, when he's played, you can move a hero to any location, potentially helping out Basil with his ability.
Okay,
but instead
Olivia.
just...
Yeah,
that's good.
Put her in Buckingham Palace. Bonaria.
Queen's Guards, once again, being the worst hero in the game. Trident. There we go. When Trident is played, you have to find King Triton, attach it to him, and then once King Triton is defeated, you do get the Trident returned to Ursula at whatever location that is. Hopefully, typically, at the lair.
Oh, there's a Snarfblat. And put her on Ariel. Makes
the cost to play a binding contract on a hero.
Power.
Yeah, that's not good.
I do not like Ursula's position here at all.
So I'm just confused. I don't know what Zach does at this point.
Yeah, I don't either.
At this point, I don't know. He's just trying to maybe get power because because Ariel does cost so much now to actually play. a contract onto her, but I'm not certain. Thinking. Is he just going to fate, or is he going to gain some extra power?
You got to fate.
Yeah, you need those last 2 cards. You need Basil to come out.
I think Basil will get rid of the bell.
I was going to say, yeah, I think, in my opinion, the gears, because that does mean he has to spend more power on the Robot Queen, and he can't just have a free slide all the way over to the airship. And yes, M. Warthog, Ariel is the true villain of this game. I think we'll see either the airship or the Mouse Queen being played right here. Or Royal Queen. Yeah.
That airship can be sabotaged, and that should be exactly what Ursula tries to do right now.
Mm-hmm. Spending all 5, or all 4 to put
on King
that
Triton.
There. All right, that's only 3. Yeah, you're right. Sebastian can come back.
Sabotage. There we
yep.
go.
If he had played the Robot Queen right there instead, he would have been safe. But you couldn't know what was going to be on top of your deck. But in hindsight, might have been a better idea. But I don't want to say for certain.
No, Sebastian would be the worst. Oh, okay.
I think another snark flat on Ariel. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just say screw it. And spend 8 power while you're at it.
My god. I think next turn, Zach, just you go to the shore, you play a whirlpool for 2, you move over.
Because you don't want that contract out any longer than it has to be, considering that.
Yeah, no, you don't.
That stupid little crab can come out and steal it.
No, not playing Fidget. Playing Fidget's list. That feels smarter. Oh,
he didn't have the Robot Queen.
Because he didn't have the Queen. Yo.
Oh, that's rough. RNGesus on both sides over here, really strong. Like you said, yep. Whirlpooling King Triton all the way over to Ursula's lair and giving Ursula the trident.
Now Ursula needs so much power. You need 8 power. 8. Count it. 8 power.
We haven't seen a lot of the Grow Giants, so we could potentially see one more of the Grow Giants come by if he goes to airship.
There has been a shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
playing the Robot Queen. We can't ignore that. The objective of Ratigan.
Yeah, I don't think there's any ruffians left. This is going to take forever for Ratigan to move that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are none left.
There are no ruffians left. There's no extravagance left. He's going to have to do it the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
And moving it means he won't be fading.
Gaining 1. Are we seeing a Grow Giant right here to get some more power, or? Ooh, he didn't have one.
And then you fade. You want to bring back out the Mouse Queen.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Ratigan has done.
You don't want to call for help. You don't want to call for help.
I was going to say, Ratigan has done a good job with staying under 6 power, because Ursula does have that condition in which you, if you have 6 more power on your turn, she can play the top card of your fate deck.
You just stack heroes. That is what you do. Oh my god.
This is... I don't know who this is going worse for right now.
Oh my god.
I thought he had the Robot Queen, so I thought this was already like a given for Ursula, or for Ratigan. But it's obviously not. Ooh! You lost a Ruffians right there. That sucks.
But now it's possible to get back to... Wait, now we do play Fidget. Just moves over forever. So he's in there already. You may as well.
I'll say gears can be very nice though, because that could allow you to potentially kill Basil if he has annoyance.
Not the Dingle Hopper. Oh, this is gonna
Oh,
take
that
even
sucks right now for
longer.
Ursula.
Oh my god. Okay, but Zach needs a Grow Giant to fade.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna lose one.
Yeah. Gaining 3 then.
You gotta fade. You need to fade. Oh.
I see that though. That's honestly a good option because you can start moving Ariel closer to Ursula's lair if you need to, or just away from that spot if you don't have that
But
contract.
Fidget is gonna come kill Dawson here.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, arrogance. And is gonna start moving the queen.
Gaining 2 power, and we are seeing the robot queen take her slow walk to the other side.
The mouse queen. You absolutely need the mouse queen. You need to sabotage the bell, and you need the mouse queen. Oh my god, this is just nerve-wracking. Well, there's the mouse queen.
Oh, that's great. That is great for Ursula right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mouse Queen being able to stop that objective is really what Ursula needs. Otherwise, she's going to pickle.
Radigan can just go get Felicia.
Mm.
And you grow giant and you gain 3. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, just trying to go through your deck. Both these guys are in a tough spot right now.
Oh god.
Oh, that's he's gone extravagant twice just looking for that card.
Grimsby.
I don't think Grimsby is honestly that bad right now. That actually protects your Trident, and if you can get a contract
but the Trident,
for somewhere else,
doesn't matter. The Trident doesn't matter right now.
Because
Ariel's already around. Like Ariel's not going to move anything else. And you were telling Ursula it is fair game to fate me as much as the hell you want. Please fate me.
Which I will say, she really does want a fate right here. If she can get a sabotage off, that would be great, stopping the trap from going.
Oh yeah. Don't even bother moving anything. Just fate.
Ooh, that's rough. One of the things I've seen people do before, and I've never had the opportunity to do myself, is play or move Olivia into that Marvelous trap to immediately be able to play that top fate card back on, because when Olivia's defeated, you do get that ability. Pretty nice.
And you don't even get to discard anything.
Marvelous trap being discarded and getting rid of that mouse queen. Moving the Royal Queen one more location over. And using the Ruffians to move her one more. This is check right here, boys and girls.
You got a fate. You
Think
can
so?
drop a binding contract, but Sebastian could just pop out and take it.
Yeah, we haven't seen Sebastian yet. There's been 4. So I don't know. Go through the fate first.
Yeah, so call for help.
Mm-hmm. That sabotage, a little bit angry that has not come yet before.
Yeah.
But with that activate being able to come, Radigan is, I think, only 2 or 3 turns away from victory right here. Yeah. His objective flipping over, because once that Mouse Queen is discarded, his objective changes to just defeating Basil. Is he choosing not to? Oh, he's just going to gain 3 power. Okay, I can see that.
Discarding contracts.
This is getting clove. This is why I enjoy watching these guys play. I had the pleasure of playing against Zach earlier this week, and gosh, he plays so well. And I've had the pleasure of losing actually both these guys thus far. They're great.
So there's not enough power to play Felicia yet.
But you can grab her. He chose not to fate. I didn't miss that, right? He chose not to fate.
Because of Sebastian. There's 4 cards left. You want Sebastian to take that contract.
spending. No, is he not? What's he doing? I'm just. I don't know
doesn't
what's
have
going
the
on.
power right now to use Felicia, so I think.
He's 2 turns away.
Okay. There it
Hey,
is.
look at that! Look at those 2 cards. Wouldn't those have been great a little bit ago? That's I can see
Ooh.
that you're stopping that power gain and the moving stuff around. That's pretty good.
That means Felicia, you have to go to the toy shop to get the money for Felicia.
Mm-hmm. Are you just gonna? The question is, do you just play Felicia now, or do you try to wait for another fate in case he tries to move Basil? Which it's a good thing he did that. So has Mrs. Judson already come out? Because we either need So Mrs. Judson or
moving everything
balloon.
over.
Oh wow!
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
That's
That was
delightful.
a monolith.
And fading. You want the balloon. You need the balloon. There it is. There's the balloon. You throw Basil all the way over there. You discard. I don't even know what you discard. Maybe
I discard the bell. I would say either bell or gears right now.
I know. I would say discard Fidget's list so you can't get a uniform.
I can see that too, but I don't know. And none of those items, all those items benefit Radigan too much. Zach choosing to get rid of the gears, and what does Radigan do right here? Spending 2? Oh, spending 2 and then that's. I think unless we have to find a sabotage right here or a call for help, otherwise this is game. He has a grow giant, obviously. Using the grow giant to fate Lark. Let's see it. Call for help is what you need. Just move him away.
Not at the ruffian. Definitely not at the ruffian.
Oh, that's true. I would have done that. That's a good call.
Is Toby around? That's Olivia.
Toby has played. Toby's over at Flaversham's Toy
Okay.
Shop, the bottom card. Looks like he might be taking the trek to slowly move the ruffians from one end of the board to the other. Ursula in a mad dash to try to just recover this game right now.
What do you even discard?
Just everything.
You're discarding the short contract. You need that. But no, I think he's looking for change form. He wants change form.
He must be looking for change form and the Ursula or for the layer contract.
But like, which contract doesn't matter. You just need to get rid of Ariel.
Yeah, sabotage away those tools. Tools have gotten too much versatility. Get those out of there.
Yeah, Ursula needs change form. Lock away Scuttle. Oh my god, this is intense.
I'm just sorry. This is wow. This is very difficult.
Boy, these are 2 very good players. Ursula going over there, gaining 3, just yeeting over Scuttle.
I will say, no matter who wins this, currently we have 10 minutes left. This could potentially go into a tie, and if it does,
that is a loss for both.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to hope it doesn't.
Fade again. Zach is well past the point of gentlemanly, I'll grow giant to go get rid of that fucking bell. Get rid of that fucking bell.
Yeah, you need to toss that.
No, but Felicia's already in hand. I don't even know.
You want her to just get played at somewhere right now. I'm surprised Radigan is not trying to capture and move more stuff around. more the heroes.
My God.
Choosing to keep that airship, which can move an ally as well. So if you need to do something with Felicia, that would be very beneficial.
Gaining 2 and fading. There's a Devious. There's a Royal Guards that does nothing.
Yeah, see,
Well, what the
worst hero
guards
in the game.
do is it means that the next time you go around the fate, they don't show up.
Exactly. The only thing guards are good for is not being in the fate deck.
And then eventually get to a point where the only thing left is call for help and sabotage, and that's it.
Which, yeah, there are only 6 cards left in that fate deck right now. So I think we're almost there to pull a little bit of Doctor out here.
Oh boy.
Oh, this is scary. Is he? What is happening? I'm confused.
I don't know what's happening. Spending all of his power, not getting rid of a ruffian.
Okay.
You gotta fate.
At what point can Ursula swap her win objective just to try to be Prince John? Because I think we're almost there.
Ursula has to fate. Has to fate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, discard losing 2 power because of all of those fun abilities, and that could potentially be game.
Because there's probably a uniforms. There's definitely a uniforms, which will be game.
All right, let's see this. Is this game right here? Spending 1
on ruffians to play a uniforms.
Oh, he did it fancy. Lark's always got to do it fancy way.
And there are the change forms.
That's what I don't know if she was looking for. If Ursula needed another card, but wow, that was very well played. I honestly, in my opinion, thought we were going to be reaching. I thought we were going to hit a tie.
That was very intense.
Well done, Lark. Well done, Zach, as well. Wow, that was great. Well, what do you do after that? What's going through? What's the best course of action?
Like Ursula was just desperately trying to fate every turn because Radigan was always 1 turn away from winning. And I really think it stems back to that decision to not go activate the crown.
That's potentially very true. Wow. Yeah.
Because if you'd activated the crown, you would have discarded Ariel. She would have been played to the lair, and she wouldn't have been any trouble to anybody.
Lark choosing to go for Pete. Pete, one of his favorites. I do know that as a fact. Pete has to complete his 4 selected goals, whatever they may be. They're right there above his board. Each one is a mystery. He has the option to either have at least 10 strength of allies in one location, has to play a card called Play a Game and gain 2 power, gain 4 power overall with that. Start your turn with 3 items in one location, start your turn with more allies and heroes at each location, or spend 6 power at one location. He has 4 of those things. Don't ask me to say them again. We'll see them throughout the game. Who does Zach play in response? See, in my opinion, this is just me, and I know Zach likes him too. I think Jafar is the answer.
See, okay, so I was remembering my Pete against your Jafar, where I just barely got a win. And so I was trying, Mother Gothel. I was trying Pete against his Jafar, and it didn't work very well. Zach is going for Mother Gothel. Honestly, either of these getting another win, I am happy.
I think the Perfectly Wretched villains have been a little bit on the harder side, and that's one thing I do enjoy about this new expansion. It does look like the new ones are supposed to be a little bit simpler, especially without the start your turn things.
But I think like Lady Tremaine and Gaston both make sense as not requiring to start your turn with them. Horn King, you could make an argument of start your turn, but I think the way his fate deck is set up, it wouldn't make too much difference anyway.
Yeah, I think there's only really one card when I could tell, like Flim Flipper or whatever. I think he's the only one who could. Bless you. I think he's the only one that could probably actually stop him.
It's Welsh. It's Fluterflam. He is Fluterflam. He is a king who is a bard in disguise because he doesn't like to king very much. Or at least that's
I
what it is
mean-
in the books. They don't really go into that in the movie. You know,
All right,
in the
we are-
box. Let me push my glasses up my nose. Ooh, an immediate play game. That's a whiff. You
So
have
play a
more
game does
power
allow
than
you
you
to-
started with, but if that was win big, you didn't do it.
Real quick, play game that is you do reveal top 2 cards of your deck, discard them, and if their cost of them is 4 or more, then you would accomplish win big if that is at the right location.
Okay, both players deciding to. Oh, ooh. Could we
That's a setup.
see the ever coveted second turn move Royal Guards into I Love You Most play?
Well, it doesn't look like he really has plans on stopping that right now.
Ooh.
He's going to play a move.
Power
Oh,
play.
is that-
power play through the Jalopy? I like that. Very solid. Very solid.
I think those plays are typically more reliable, Jalopy, rather than using the bandits and their ability.
See, but more often I find myself with that many bandits in hand. So, ooh, not silly. Not silly. You want to do.
Not silly, revealing the top 5 cards of the deck,
Ooh,
discarding
big
any of
blind
them that
play
cost 2 or
being
more.
Bandit. And those get randomly put back on top. And then do we move? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, ooh. Goosebumps. Love that shit.
Mm.
That's the good shit.
That's some
a quarter of the way
good.
to his win, and Mother Gothel is a fifth of the way to hers. Pete fading for the first time, gaining 2 power. Putting in Pascal's.
I don't know what you're talking about. That wasn't me. That was someone else. Using the bandit. So the bandit, when they're played, you may play any number of them with the same playing card action, allowing you to accomplish
There
power
is
play at any
Pascal.
location.
But, Pascal is not being played. We're instead floating Rapunzel all the way back over to Corona.
Which I think is a smarter call, considering Pascal might delay right now, but that can be quickly taken care of with a revenge.
Mm-hmm.
But floating lights requires an immediate response, especially considering that
I think
Mother
Fear of
Gothel.
Revenge keeps Mother Gothel's top rows open. So,
So,
gaining 2, you can.
oh no! Don't show us that.
So
Is he going to move first and then play that?
That guard first, then do let down your hair,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll get her all the
Possibly.
way back to the tower. Mother Gothel doing some thinking here. Ooh, a misdirection.
And then pulling that
And
off.
then,
Okay.
I like it.
That does mean that she can potentially, if she goes over to Rapunzel's tower next turn, she could potentially move Rapunzel even one farther back.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. Pete not going to let that happen. Playing a horse. When the horse is played, you may move an ally or item in your realm to any location.
Strike at Rich is. Ooh, Flynn Ridington.
That's nice. Flynn Rider is basically a trust bank. When he's played, you lose 2 trust. When he's killed, you gain back 2 trust. If that sounds familiar.
Guard and a revenge. Looks like we don't. Okay, so we're going to Corona. Letting down our hair once more. Discarding
for that.
Mama knows best. Discarding a. One aging has already gone by. We're going to fate Pete.
Mm-hmm.
Pluto!
So Pluto can move an item in Pete's realm to Pluto's location, or you can just go ahead and do Knock Silly just to stop more stuff from coming out.
Was Zach just searching through Pete's deck?
I think it was his discard pile. I'm gonna hope it was his discard
I'm
pile.
hoping it was his discard pile.
Whatever. Ooh, that's a nice one. That's a couple bandits just gone. Bandits, the main sum of the strength that Pete needs.
And Rapunzel moves along.
Pete going over to Podunk Landing, gaining 3. Can play a couple cards. Playing Sneaky Pete, which allows you to draw the top 2 cards of your deck and choose 1 card to put either on the top or the bottom.
Very much setting up for win big.
Spending 2 to play a game, suckers, as Lark would say. gaining 4 power, which is that win big condition or goal. And he can still discard, but the question is, does he need to? Looks like he doesn't need that Sneaky Pete. Mother Gothel has the opportunity to go over to the forest, in which she can gain 2. She will move a Royal Guard, moving Flynn Rider to get that top play, the top fate action and the move item or ally. Smart stuff. And he still can play 2 cards. But what will he do? Pete is halfway done with his goals, but those are, in my opinion, perhaps the 2 easiest if you can do them quickly.
Yes.
So
I'm thinking that what he has left is Rule the Realm and Strike It Rich.
I think that's a very accurate assessment. But we'll see. Zach's still not playing anything yet. He's really trying to figure it out. Neither of these players, they definitely are chill people, but neither of them are aloof about the way they play this game. They think everything out.
Yeah, I like that there, so that you can revenge.
And do we just see a revenge taking out Flynn?
No, the hairbrush.
No.
Hey, there it
hairbrush. When it is played or moved to a Rapunzel's location, you gain 1 trust. So I was going to say, I think we might be seeing a fate action coming from Pete, considering that we do want that hairbrush moving stopped quickly as possible.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Using the parrot, which allows you to choose a card from your discard pile and add it to your hand. Grabbing back that bandit. And aging, which can remove an item with a cost of 2 or less, or now like cost 2 or less, from Mother Gothel's realm. Putting a hard stop on that hairbrush.
And all the royal cards are in the same spot. They're all the Stuggly Duckly. Having a drink, having a sing-song. We're getting rid of Flynn Rider. Getting back the brush of hair.
And we still can see a fate action.
That we can. And it's Mickey!
Mickey Mouse. He is he's one of the strongest heroes in the game, considering that Disney made this game. I'm not exactly surprised, but I think he's not the worst to deal with. Mickey, when he's out, Pete can't accomplish goals, which I will say, from what I've heard from some Pete players, at times Mickey may look like a rough time, but he can actually be a blessing if you can set up your board to accomplish both of your goals at the same time as soon as you kill Mickey. So I've heard that from both ways from people. We'll see exactly what we see, whatever happens right here. Using a parrot to grab back another card from your discard pile, put in your hand. Probably going to be seeing a bandit. An airstrike. The airstrike, which does allow Pete to move, allow you to move Pete to any location and defeat them, then in your turn.
Oh, and then just playing after moving the Jalopy.
Real quick, okay, yeah, he can.
Yeah, Jalopy.
I was going to say, I didn't think he used the Jalopy action first. Yep, that makes sense. Don't mind me. I'm just going to be very smooth brain over here.
This is absolutely Strike It Rich and Rule the Realm. Getting back out that hairbrush, halfway there.
And Horse Collar allowing you to...
Horus. I would throw Horus in the airport and move, say, the stolen... No, we're hiding.
You know what? I can get that, because that... whatchamacallit, you don't want that move action. I thought you could have just killed him. I don't know. That would have... I don't know. I can see arguments for both of them.
But then again, Horus could have just procced an immediate...
outrage.
Yeah, outrage.
Which it looks like he didn't have. But again, there's no way to know that unless you're omniscient, which currently none of these people have the Game Master role, so they aren't.
Pete's going to get Royal Realm.
We do have Maximus. With Maximus played, you can move a Royal Rider at his location to any other location. There are no Royal Riders out. Nothing to worry about.
We're going to see a Stabbington.
A little stabby boy. When one of the Stabbington brothers are played to Rapunzel's location, she goes all the way back to the tower. She's very afraid of them.
And this is where we see the key issue with Mother Gothel is her power. She's currently sitting at 0.
Mm-hmm.
That is Rule the Realm, if he has it.
He could have. Was he just trying to fake out? I don't. He also doesn't have to reveal.
That is true. No,
Playing
that is
and
straight
moving the
rich.
bank loot. So he could potentially.
I think this may be a 2-0 for Lark here.
Could be. Let's see this right here.
No,
Is that
it's
a
not gonna
2?
do it. Okay, if it is
No.
Rule the Realm, Donald will get in the
Mhm.
way, but you're not going to stop Strike It Rich.
Mm-mm. Donald Duck. Putting him at a spot where he can immediately be killed, possibly. Even there, he can be killed at any spot right now because of where the bandit is.
Yeah.
So it might, yeah. Just I'd say at this point, if it is for some reason Rule the Realm and he didn't do it last turn, then this is already game. But if it is Rule the Realm, then I'm not certain why he didn't reveal last turn. We all make mistakes. Could just be that, or it could be.
Pete
I don't
choosing
remember the one.
not to reveal Strike It Rich. Which
I am.
confuses me.
Me too.
Okay, I am going to.
Oh. So hold up.
That's Roundup.
He
It is
wins
not
no matter
Strike
what.
It Rich, it's Roundup.
He wins right here. He can't. I don't think there is a way that Mother Gothel can stop Pete. Pete will accomplish all 5 goals before Mother Gothel reaches 10 trust. Yeah, that is all 5 goals. That's done. So it was Roundup. Oh, Roundup, he just didn't play Rule the Realm earlier. Interesting.
Which was risky.
But hey, that was well done. That was a great game, especially considering how long that first one went. I am.
This does mean
Wow.
that Zach is no longer uncontested at the top of the leaderboard. I think he was at
Which
like
is-
9 wins to 1 defeat. So this takes him down
he can
a
use
peg.
some more. Yeah. Take that, Zach. No, Zach, you're a great person. I love you.
Yeah, no, that was some great villainous play that we just saw. I am glad to see Pete with a win. I am sad to see Mother Gothel with a loss, and there's the crown.
That's rough. So I think that does mean, at least for now, I think Zach is done with all of his matches for this week, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe he's played you, me, and Lark.
Okay, yeah, then that would be 3.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
let's go on back to our lovely faces while these two clean things up. What do you think of that set?
That was very good. I think the Ursula Radigan game had me on pins and needles. I definitely kept seeing it go both ways, but it was very well done by both of them. And then especially this game, I mean, I'm just a sucker for Pete's for Lark's Pete, and he did that amazingly well. And any Mother Gothel play is great. Unfortunately, she is losing, but I still enjoy seeing it.
Well, there's none of the villains have a complete loss record. There are wins for every villain. It's just a matter of the win rate. Like if I come pull up the stats here.
Yeah, Mother Gothel has 50 wins and 108 losses right now.
No, look at the season 3 standings.
Just season 3.
Oh
yeah.
14 wins to 22 losses for Mother Gothel this season. Pete is 11 to 36. Corella is 7 to 15. Poor Hades is 8 to 19.
Poor Hades. You know
But
what?
Pete
You know
does
what
have
I'm.
the worst record right now, and I think that's because I've seen a lot of lower pool people trying him out and just not quite getting what he's doing.
Mhm.
Because as we've seen with the way Lark plays Pete, Pete can be very scary.
Yeah,
Um,
but overall, very well done. I think. What are some matchups these guys haven't seen? We haven't seen Pete. We haven't. I don't think we've seen a Pete or Corella
let's
Pete.
look. There has not been a Pete Pete. There's not been a Cruella Pete. There has not been a Mother Gothel Maleficent. That's the only Mother Gothel one we haven't seen is Mother Gothel. There's a lot of Cruella matchups that haven't been seen this season. No Cruella
Mm-hmm.
Pete, no Cruella, no Cruella Hades, no Cruella Facilier, no Cruella Ursula. The only
But
Yzma game that hasn't been seen is an Yzma mirror. There have been
mhm.
no Yzma mirrors, which is amusing.
Yeah. I'm looking throughout the board, and honestly, I think with perhaps the exception of Pete and Hades, most of these have a pretty decent like win-loss record. And I wouldn't be really that ashamed to pick up any of them. I don't know. But I think every single one of these villains are viable at some point. We are seeing what it looks like. I think Doctor is currently does have the most win losses with 66-34, giving him a 66% win ratio.
Mhm.
But it's still pretty good. And in comparison, even though Pete, I think, yeah, Pete is the worst. He can still win, and we got the Doctor who can still lose. So I'm just excited to see more and more of this going through, and that's a fun part of this league this season.
Yeah.
Yeah. But looking at the standings right now, we do have Zach still is in the top, and he will be remaining there most likely uncontested for the time being.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to be. It looks like we're seeing a lot more people joining the blue pool as well this week. But actually not next week because we will be taking a week-long break in order to have fun time with Despicable Plots.
Yeah, and hopefully those pre-orders ship. I mean, they have shipped. Hopefully they arrive in the next few days and we can start playing with them. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll get in some webcam games, get some stuff. For next week, I am very much hoping that since it's shipped today, it should hopefully be in by next Tuesday. And I'm hoping for next Tuesday's stream, get in some webcam games. So if you want to play me on Twitch stream, let me know. I think I may reserve at least one game for Zach Pinsence, since we've been playing Villainous together for ever since it started. So just for sentimental value. But anyone else, if you want to play a game with me on Twitch next Tuesday of Despicable Plots over webcam, shoot me a message and we'll get that to happen.
And the reason he's playing it over webcam, and just in case we do have anyone who doesn't know that in chat, it will not be in the unofficial TTS mod for at least a month or so, just to give some people encouragement to actually buy the physical copy of the game. In which, if you haven't, buy the physical copy of this game. It's a great game. We do want to support Ravensburger and Disney, even though they're not a fan of the TTS. We do use it out of convenience, but we only do so because it's honestly a lot easier to moderate rather than some webcam games.
And if you are completely out of the loop, yes, Despicable Plots is shipping with a few misprints. They have already said they are going to be mailing out replacements once they have gotten a new printing out. However, they're only going to do a new printing if this printing sells well. So if you want a copy with corrected cards, you need to buy this first printing. Because they've already said if you buy a copy, you'll get the reprints for free. But there's only going to be reprints if this printing sells well. So go buy it. You can get it through Target or Amazon, or probably also Walmart or something. I don't know. Just get it.
Yeah, I think they even might be giving this one to smaller game stores as well sooner. I don't know. Thought I heard that somewhere. I could be wrong, but
Possibly.
just check around.
Mhm.
Check around. It's a good game. Buy it. Support whoever you want to.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on, Not My Dance. This has been fun as always. And I will see all of y'all next Tuesday. So goodbye for now. Bye.
Ad Wiedersehen, au revoir.